Recently, my parents took our children to their house for the weekend. And when we picked them up, Mom was in the kitchen cooking breakfast. And she calls me over and she says that she and Dad tried to teach our kids a lesson that backfired. And that kind of got my interest. And she said she and Dad wanted to show our kids how normally a lottery is not a good use of money. So they took our children to a convenience store and bought a lottery ticket for each of them. And I said, "You are kidding." So the kids scratch them off. Boom, they win $30. I said, "Do what?" And she said, I know. Now remember, being in this business, this financial business, I've tried to show our kids that a lottery is not a correct long-term retirement accumulation strategy. And the kids here are telling this, and they come over and they start telling the story, and they're getting more and more fired up as they tell it. Dad, we took our winning tickets and we bought more tickets and won more money and more tickets. And I'm looking at my parents, Grandma and Grandpa, who have this great teaching opportunity, and it is spiraling out of control. How normally that's a complete waste of our dollars. Of course, now it's the pathway to riches. I'm thinking, Mom, what are you doing? Are you crazy? I didn't say that last part, but I'm thinking it. And she's like, I know. And of course, Dad's over there in the living room laughing. Oh, ain't nothing wrong with that. I know I'm probably overreacting a little bit here, but the danger for my kids here is that the lessons that we learn as children become the habits that we have as adults. I remember when I was 9, and a buddy and I found a pack of cigarettes at the baseball field, and we smoked them. And we didn't smoke them, we kind of puffed them, and then went home. And Dad caught me, and I thought he was brilliant about this. How does he know all this stuff? But little did I realize you can smell it a mile away. And Dad called me out and gave me the riot act about smoking. And, his stern tone and graphic illustrations about the dangers of smoking led me to a different path on that habit. So, back to the lottery. What I fear is such a small but powerful incident could place an incorrect thought in their mind. Money doesn't normally come easy. It's earned over time with discipline. It can be easy to accumulate, but it just takes time. If you think about the savings, the investing, the money habits that we have as adults, many of those thoughts came from people, from parents, from seemingly well-wishers who had good intentions, but maybe had improper ideas themselves. For example, you'll never get rich working for someone else. And if I don't break my kids of that improper thought, they'll never have a chance of financial success. So knowledge is very important. They could create their own self-fulfilling prophecy, or failure, if you will. Another one, lotto. I don't want my kids to believe in a scratch-off ticket for their success, but to believe in long-term discipline as their path to the future. In fact, I'm trying to teach our children that if they will just spend less than they make for a long time, they're almost certain to be financially successful. So it takes time and discipline also. So if lessons can become instincts, then I can learn to automatically become successful, right? This could be like an autopilot deal, It's not that hard. The right thinking produces the right results. I can do that. And by the way, as far as our kids, I think we've undone a lot of the damage that Mom and Daddy did.
It ain't nice to talk about your mama.
Busted. Remember, we're here to help. Gotta eat. Thanks. Sorry about that. Do you remember that story?
Yeah.
Da, da, da.